In this video, we are going to draw a pulley in isometric projection. You can see on the left side here, well on the screen, we have the orthographic views of a pulley, front and end. I am showing the circle, the smallest circle on the pulley, and I'm also showing the center line at this time. Now what we're going to do here is, we're going to try to draw a center line for isometric projection. So it will be at an angle of about 30 degrees and 150 degrees. So the right side, I'm drawing the angle at 30. I'm just changing the line type so it can be a little clearer. So this angle to the right, or this line to the right, is drawn at 30 degrees. I have my polar tracking on at the bottom. I'm drawing a vertical line going down. So this center line is representing the center line on the left here, which I'm highlighting now, and it's the center line for that circle. Just checking ISO draft. So here we want to draw this small circle, which is radius 20. I type in ellipse, I make sure I click ellipse, and since ISO draft is on, I'm going to see an option for ISO circle when I type in ellipse. So the first circle is radius 20, diameter 40. And I am just showing my settings, which I use for that circle. So what I'm going to do here now, I'm just changing the layer. Now from that circle I drew, I'm highlighting the center line going across. So I need to draw the center line, which goes from the smallest circle to the second circle. And that center line is going to be drawn up at 150 degrees to the measurement. So once I have drawn it similarly to the first center line that's there, I'll copy the circle from the center to the end of it. So I'm just connecting the top part and the bottom part because it's a cylinder, as you can see from the orthographic. Now here I've clicked the front circle and I'm clicking where this circle is in the front view. I'm clicking the rear circle and I'm clicking where that circle is in the front view. So the two of those circles are in the same point, but the second circle has another bigger circle there, which is the radius 30. So from here, I'm going to change the layer and I'll just project across the center line. I am using the center line going across from each cylinder to the other so that you can follow when I'm completing the isometric. So from the first center, I'm going across now to put in the last one that I have. I put in the measurement and here I have the first circle in. So I'm going to draw this circle now, that bigger circle. So once again, I type in ellipse, ISO circle, and I'm checking the center. So once it's on the center there, I draw my second circle, which is bigger. Now I can type in ellipse again to draw the second circle. Now if ISO draft is not selected, you're not going to see ISO circle. So ISO draft must be selected. And you're clicking ellipse, not P ellipse. So this is a bigger circle I'm doing now. I'm typing in the radius is 30. If the diameter is 60, then the radius is 30. So I'm connecting the top by the quadrant, and I'm connecting the bottom by the quadrant. So I'm completing these cylinders. Now when I go back here to the orthographic, I'm going to change the layer again, and the reason for this is because I'm measuring center to center. So I'm just changing the layer to show you the measurement that I am using going across from one part of the cylinder to the other. So this green measurement now is what I'm putting here in the isometric drawing. So we will have a circle on one side of that line. The first circle is here, then the second circle at the back. So if I want to find the center of a circle, I just hover over the edge of the circle and the center is highlighted. So I have the center selected. I'm putting in the last radius that I'm going to use. I'll copy it from the center and I'm moving it to the rear of the green center line that is there. So you make sure you carry it to the correct spot. I'm connecting the edges by using the quadrant. So I have the body of the cylinder there. So I'm going to change the layers so that all of these circles and lines are the same layer except the center line. So I'll leave the center line in different colors. So all of them are on the outline layer. So I select the trim tool and I'm going to clean up these lines that I won't see. So any lines which are behind, I'm going to delete them using the trim tool, which is what I'm doing here. Once all of the lines are deleted, you make sure you clean it up. So I'm just showing the outer side of this pulley, or these three sets of cylinders. The first circle is here at the front. As you can see, the smallest circle. That circle is on the front view there, and the end view. So that small circle, there are two of them, one at the front and the back, as highlighted on the screen. There's a bigger circle here, which lines up with the second circle that I just highlighted. That bigger circle, the diameter 60, there are two of them, one at the back and one at the front. So then the last circle, which is the biggest one, is to the direct back. And you can see the sets of circles in the isometric view line up with those in the orthographic.